Hi, I'm Max.
Hi, and I'm Denise.
And welcome back to another edition of Urban Lifestyles. I think we've got a great show today as we head into the depth of the holiday season.
Yes, we left trick or treat, Thanksgiving, and now Christmas. And I love all the Christmas decorations going up so early.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it, but
Nope.
as much as it takes that you have to pull all that out and put it together, you should be able to enjoy it for a good month or so.
Yeah, and for me, I'm one of those people, I like Christmas decorations about 10 days, 2 weeks at the tops, and then I'm ready to put it up on December the 31st.
Yeah, he is, just by humbug.
Yeah, we've got a great show today. Some of the things we're going to be talking about are scams with LG&E. We did a segment with LG&E. We did that segment with LG&E, and we also are going to be talking about getting older with AARP. I think that's your age group.
It is my age group. Anytime you turn 50 and plus, you're in AARP, and be thankful because a lot of people don't get to meet it, and I am so glad that I do. And I think wonderfully I have met it. But anyway, I love AARP because they have so much information for this age and stage in life, which is so great.
Right, you are correct. And also, we visited We visited a store on Bardstown Road. It's called Dirty Teas, and we got some great finds there. So we're going to take a quick break and back with more right after this.
Public leaders and policies continue to fail this good sister. We will continue to seek justice for Breonna by sharing the pride, working for peace, and acting for prevention. Love for our people, love for Breonna. That's #YBPRC. When it comes to COVID-19, this sister is putting our community to the test by sharing the pride, working for peace, acting for prevention. Thank you, Sadiqa Reynolds. That's love for our people. #YBPRC.
I'm so excited about this segment with AARP and all the information that I can glean and wisdom from it because, as you said, I'm in that age group. I am, and so are you. But we have a chance to do some question and answers to learn some more about it. So let's just get on board and talk to Deborah Turner.
Right. So, Deborah, first of all, tell us about what your role is with AARP Kentucky.
Hello. I'm so glad to be here. My name is Deborah Turner, and I am a volunteer for AARP Kentucky, and I also serve as a volunteer at the national level as well.
So, Deborah, will you also tell us more about why AARP is helping to provide for family caregiving resources?
AARP has recognized for years that there is an important caregiving role that goes on for each of us. It's the most important thing we're probably ever going to do is care for our loved ones, our friends, and our neighbors. And AARP was fortunate to be founded by Dr. Ethel Percy Andrus in 1958. And she had retired from being an educator to take care of her mother, who was ill at the time. And when she created AARP, that meant that caregiving was a big part of the DNA of AARP. So that 42 million people that are out there who are serving as family caregivers, about 640,000 of those are in Kentucky.
So, Deborah, is there a cost for caregiving information, and is AARP membership required to access caregiving information?
It's one of the really nice advantages of AARP is the fact that for caregiving resources, there is no cost to an individual. We recognize that it's important that people have the information they need to be able to live their best lives and to take care of those people who are important to them. So AARP.org/caregiving is a total resource that is available to people who for free at no cost. You don't have to be a member, but you can find out all types of information that are just so important to be able to do what you want with people who need your help.
Deborah, also I would like to know, now where is it that your viewers can find more resources and help with the caregiving?
We've got a URL that is aarp.org/caregiving. And if you go to that website, you're going to find things like recordings that will help you understand some of the jargon that you might encounter when you're dealing with the medical or other formal care professionals. You're going to find out information about Kentucky, where we approved in 2017 the Family Caregivers Act, and that went into effect in June of that year. And that means that a person going into the hospital can designate someone to be notified when they are going to be leaving the hospital, and that person then can be trained by the hospital to give the medicine that is necessary to provide the injections, and the person doesn't have to be released just to a home without any help and without any support. And that's a big deal for those of us who have to take care of people that we love.
So Deborah, finally, during the COVID pandemic and the holidays, they can bring extra feelings of loneliness and stress to family caregivers. What help does AARP have to help families stay connected?
Absolutely. There's another website that we can go to, and that is AARPcommunityconnections.org, and that's a / friendly -voices and /. Or you can just stop at AARPcommunityconnections.org /. And that will get you to a site that allows you to set up a call from someone, a trained volunteer, who will be able to call every day if necessary to just relieve some of the loneliness from one of your loved ones who might need a call, just someone to check in. And that's the Friendly Voice program. Also on that website, there is information about how to get involved in caregiving chat groups. If you can't find one in your area, there are places where you can set up your own, and there's instruction on how to do that. Lots of material related to COVID through the caregivers website. You can get handouts that are preparing caregivers during COVID-19, the 6 M's of taking care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be able to take care of that person you love, and they're going to suffer.
And Deborah, what else do you want our viewers to know?
I'd like to share just one more thing, and that is, I know people may be wondering, why are we talking about this now? But November is Family Caregiving Month, and we wanted to recognize that by making sure that people understand there's material out there that's available for you, that you don't have to wait until there is a crisis before you start thinking about how to plan to live your best life, and make sure that your wishes are taken care of and the wishes of your loved ones are included in any plan that you develop.
You know, that's some great information. And, I think AARP Kentucky does a great job, with working with folks in our demo in terms of keeping us connected and keeping us informed.
And then with our demo, it makes me think of two things. It's the stress on providing to be a caregiver, and also those who are in the sandwich I could say population, because you're still caring for this segment of a family and then over as a caregiver. So these were some very important and quite helpful bits of information as far as I'm concerned.
All right. And when we'll come back, we'll be at our new location. We'll be over at Dirty Teas on Bardstown Road. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
Hey. Hi. It's time to crack an egg.
Easy, any style egg works.
Or smile.
Well done. This looks great.
Time to share a story.
I have a great way to start our discussion.
With old friends or new ones.
When you're a caregiver.
Time to breathe in.
Inhale up. Good job.
Then let it all out. Rah! It's never been easier to connect, learn, and have fun.
Cheers.
So let's do it together. Come find us at aarp.org/near you.
As we said at the top of the show, we're at Dirty Tees on Bardstown Road, and we're in our old stomping grounds because 3 blocks to the left, we're close to our old house. 2 blocks to the right, we're close to our old apartment.
yes.
And I can't believe we've walked up and down this street so many different times and never darted into the door. So
Yeah.
you had an opportunity to do an interview with Dirty Tees, so tell us what's coming up.
Yeah, we're going to take a look into, I wanted to know the idea behind the Dirty Tees, and it's a fabulous t-shirt store and more with customer service, which is excellent on par, but let's just take a look. You know, during this time of we have a lot of social injustices and awareness, Max and I were looking for a place that we could find some t-shirts, and we came across a phenomenal t-shirt place, I'll say. It's called the Dirty Tees, T-E-A-S-E. And we're here and we got these great t-shirts. This is one of them that was customized. But I want to introduce you to one of the proprietors and owners of the Dirty Tees, and that would be Elise Clark. And Elise, welcome to Urban Lifestyle.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I was so glad that we pretty much stumbled across you all's fabulous t-shirt place, but share a little bit about the ownership, you and your wife, and how you came up with the name, and how long have you all been here?
Well, we've been in this location a little over 10 years. Yeah, quite a while. But the name really kind of was a road trip to Texas, and we still don't know who did Dirty and Tees. So it's just been a great combination between our personalities, really.
So how did you all come up with the inspiration for doing the t-shirts, and specifically what inspires you behind the types of messaging that you all do?
One of our biggest things are custom shirts. So our favorite thing in the whole world is when someone comes in with their own personal idea. They don't really know how to make it into a t-shirt, so we get to play and figure out what works for them, and then we print it right then and there, so we get to see a lot of people excited about, their really custom shirt that absolutely nobody else has. So that's our favorite thing, and that's really kind of how we started. We thought we were funny and we wanted to be funny, but people just really love doing their own thing, so that's kind of what we've stuck with.
So I guess as time goes on, what have been some of you all's biggest sellers when it comes to t-shirt and messages, I'd say?
Well, funny is always the biggest seller. If people think it's funny, they definitely will go for that. And honestly, this year the biggest seller was the Black Lives Matter. Anything that had anything to do with protesting, and even when the Women's March and that kind of stuff, we sold a lot of that kind of stuff. But by far, Black Lives Matter was definitely our biggest selling theme.
Oh, wow. Because as I said, when Max and I was looking for something, and our daughter's living in Atlanta, and we did bring our oldest daughter here because she wanted the one with the 502 with the fist in the middle. Of course, she couldn't find it anywhere, and she was so delighted. Do you all search out for a lot of the images and, I guess I would say, sayings that's popular throughout the U.S. that somebody hasn't, I would say, requested for, and then you all show it to make it popular, or you just kind of follow for just the request?
Actually, 90% of it is going to be requests. Someone might come up with an idea or something, and if they let us, we'll reproduce their artwork, but typically we don't. But a lot of the Black Lives Matter stuff we designed in-house, and there were a couple that we saw around that we kind of made our own as well. But mostly it's from what people come in and want to do.
So you mentioned about the holidays coming up, and I guess people will say, I want something for Christmas gifts. What are some good suggestions around that?
Well, last year, some of our biggest Christmas stuff was like the Funkles, like the Fun Uncle and the Fun Aunt Fonty, and things like that was really popular. The Drunk Uncle, that was fun too. And a lot of, Star Wars stuff. Star Wars is definitely a big thing. But mostly funny stuff things that remind them of other family members. So you'll hear people say, "Oh my God, this reminds me of so-and-so. I want to get that one." And so, yeah, that's mostly the Christmas stuff. It's on 1551 Bardstown Road. We're close to Eastern Parkway and Bardstown Road. And then right now our COVID hours are 11 to 5, Tuesday through Saturday. So we're closed on Sunday and Monday.
So Elise, thank you so much for letting us come through and stumbled up on something good for all these good messages here. And of course, we will be back. Stay tuned because we're going to be back with more.
When it comes to COVID-19, this sister is putting our community to the test by sharing the pride, working for peace, acting for prevention. Thank you, Sadiqa Reynolds. That's love for our people. #YVPRC.
Fathers,
neighbors, and friends.
Working hard when the weather is good.
And even harder when it's not.
With online updates to keep you safe and informed during the storm.
Programs to save you energy and money.
And new projects to help us provide cleaner, more reliable energy.
We are more than an energy company.
We are LG&E.
We're LG&E.
We are LG&E.
Our energies.
Masks are important to our history and our present due to COVID-19. So brothers and sisters, please wear yours. Sharing the pride, working for peace, acting for prevention. That's love for our people. That's #YVPRC.
My name is Shanita Hutchins, and I have been with the Louisville Water Company for a little over 5 years now, and I am in customer care. My job has changed due to the virus because I'm up front on the front end of helping people at the door from when the lobby shut down. So I'm up front actually helping people at the door to make their payments. Any questions they have, help and go over and beyond with people right now because of the virus and see them face to face. Drops of Kindness program is based off of what you can pay, when you can pay it. And so when you call in to the customer care, what they do is ask you what date you can actually pay and how much you can pay. So it's basically going to fit into your budget. They're excited about being able to pay it when they can. And, with the virus, people are penny pinching and trying to make ends meet. So they're excited about us being able to help. Drops of Kindness, Louisville Water Foundation donates a certain amount of money to these agencies. And when they call us, the Louisville Water Company, we refer them to call the agencies, maybe Sister Visitors, Neighborhood House. So once we let our customers know that we're not adding any late fees or cutting anybody off right now due to the virus, they're excited about that. And they're saying, we can pay in a couple of weeks. It'll come through for us to pay in a couple of weeks. So they're excited about us not cutting off or not charging any late fees. The thing that I would like our customers to know about the Drops of Kindness, that all they have to do is give us a call. We'll set up the pay plan for them so it fits in their budget, and we'll go from there. Based on the National Taste Test, our water is #1 in the country. Take a taste.
Well, we're still at Dirty Tees on Bardstown Road, and as we were talking, they've got some great T-shirts. Now, directly behind you, there's one that's Justice for Breonna.
Oh, yes.
They've got one that's celebrating Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and some really neat ones for the holidays as well. So, as you said, it was a great interview, and whatever you're looking for in terms of T-shirts, you can find it in Dirty Tees.
And if you don't see it here, whatever you want to create in your mind, you can get it done here.
You are correct. And also, because we're back inside. We're being COVID responsible, so of course we have our mask on. Next segment is coming up with our partner with LG&E, and we're here with Liz Pratt, and we're talking about Utility Scam Awareness Day. And LG&E has been our partner for a very long time, so Liz, tell us what's going on.
Hi, thank you. I'm so glad to be here today. This month, we joined more than 145 fellow U.S. and Canadian utilities as part of Utilities United Against Scams to raise awareness about how to recognize a scam and also to provide tips on how to avoid them. Through this group of utilities and with help of customers reporting, nearly 9,500 toll-free numbers have been successfully taken out of operation, and these were numbers that were previously used by scammers against utility customers.
Liz, also when it comes to scam prevention, it has been a topic that we've talked about before on our show with LG&E, but how can someone really identify a scam?
Yes, unfortunately, scammers are becoming more sophisticated and are exploiting an already challenging time this year during the pandemic. Scammers most often resort to using intimidation tactics, such as demanding immediate payment or threatening disconnection, and may even pull information they found publicly accessible online to make themselves sound more credible. We offer year-round resources to our customers, and we encourage everyone to stay vigilant and follow the advice that's offered to help protect yourself and your loved ones from a scam.
So Liz, you mentioned the following advice, and of course you shared a lot of information. So what are some recommendations that you have today?
Sure, so some of the advice that we offer is first, our safe tips. And of those first two tips, the first is to secure your personal information. We will never contact a customer and demand a credit or debit card number, a checking account information, or any other personal information. And second is to always remember that customers have bill payment options. We will never make a live phone call to demand an immediate payment, and we will never require a customer to use a prepaid debit or gift card or ask a customer to transfer money to a payment app. And these are tactics that may be used by scammers. And always remember that we offer a variety of payment options. And during this time, this includes special COVID-19 related payment plans.
Liz, those are great recommendations. Now, are there any others that you can share?
Yes, our next tip would be to first contact LG&E if you're suspicious. If you receive a suspicious email, live phone call, or letter, you can always contact LG&E directly by calling 502-589-1444, and we will always verify an official communication. And lastly, it's always important to enlist the help of local law enforcement. So if you suspect that you may have been the victim of fraud or that you ever feel threatened during contact with a scammer, report it to your local police department and then contact LG&E. In turn, LG&E, we work directly year-round with local law enforcement who are investigating these types of crimes.
Liz, as always, that's some great information. And a lot of times scams come in person. So what are some things that people can do to be safe in that type of environment?
Yes, we always encourage our customers that if someone comes to your doorway claiming to be there on behalf of the company, to obtain positive identification. Our employees and our contractors will always carry with them an authentic company ID that shows our company logo, the person's name, and a color photo.
Well, Liz, it's always great catching up with you, and this is another great Energy Matters segment. And Denise, as always, they give us great information every month, things that help us be safe.
Yes, and I do adhere to it.
Yes, she does. I don't do as well, but I promise I am getting better. We'll take a quick break and back with more right after this.
Denise, it's Dewan and Jordan here again. We want to talk today do a little bit of nutrition talk. We own the gym. We're all about exercising and working out, but if you don't have the nutrition piece down, you're not going to see the results you want to see. And we're going to talk about drinking calories. DeJuan, I'll let you talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's a tough one because sometimes we get caught up in thinking about, okay, what should I eat for lunch? What should I eat for dinner? But you don't think about the calories that you're getting from your drinks that you take in every day. For instance, coffee. A lot of people are coffee drinkers. If you drink coffee and it's black, you're good to go. Yes. But if you drink coffee and you pour a lot of sugar in there,
Frappuccino,
a lot of cream, and some type of fancy name, you don't know it, but you're actually putting so many calories into your body during that time that it can set you back in so many ways. Yeah. And you can go down the line trying to figure out, where did I mess up at this week? Not even knowing that the calories from that coffee just destroyed your whole workout for that week.
Yeah, I've had a client tell me, they would drink 2 or 3 bottles of Gatorade, plain Gatorade that is, at work during their work shift, and it's full of sugar. So you really do have to think about what you're drinking. Water is your friend. I promise you.
That's it.
Because like DeJuan said, it will set you back, and then you won't even recognize that you're doing it because it's not food. It's not filling you up. It's not filling your belly. You're just drinking it, and you're still eating on top of it.
That's it. And the last thing you want is to be working out so good, being so consistent with your workout, and then at the end of the week trying to figure out where you went wrong at. And it's all about what you've been drinking. So, and then let's get into alcoholic beverages. A lot of people don't think about those, and that's a tough one. I mean, I train a lot of women and a lot of men too. They always say, hey, I get my wine. I like to drink a glass of wine a day. Yes, it's okay, but at the same time, if you got certain goals, you want to just really tighten up on everything. So just really take a note for the week. We always talk about food journals, food logs. Write down the things you are consuming as far as your liquids too, your things you're drinking, because you could be consuming too much sugar, too many carbs from beer, and you just totally a lot of different things. So just really check your habits.
Yes, right? You got to put all the pieces to the puzzle together if you really want to get to where you want to be.
That's it.
All right. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time.
And we'd like to thank the folks at Dirty Teas for allowing us to come here. You can see I've got my dirty tea.
I've got my dirty tea too. Custom made.
There you go. So you know what? I think that's our show.
Oh, and that's our time.
And we'll see you back here next time on Urban Lifestyle.
Stay safe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving.
When it comes to COVID-19, this sister is putting our community to the test by sharing the pride, working for peace, acting for prevention. Thank you, Sadiqa Reynolds. That's love for our people. #YBPRC.